Are you ready to speculate? Interest rates. We get asked all day, every day, what our punt is on what rates are doing. We're going to share our insights with you from people that we meet right now. Stay tuned. So what do you think interest rates are going to do? That's the question.
What did you say off air? Everyone has an opinion.
Yeah, I think I used the arsehole word, but it's everyone has got has got their, reasons, their rhymes and reasons as to what they think. Everyone loves to have a chat about this topic. I reckon it could be the most spoken about topic in relating to business in Australia. That's being bantered around at the moment. So we thought it would be a bit silly not to bring it up in our morning minutes.
Yeah. Do you know what I think is promoting this? It's seeing it everywhere in the news, like you can't miss it. And then there's like good talk of hopefully rates coming down, and then there's like the odd article in there about rates holding, going up. And I think that against the other articles, people are like, what? Where's this come from?
Yeah. And, people take that article and they hold it so close to their heart. It's very, very influential. But what I have to say, and to everyone out there, is be careful what you wish for. So when I say be careful what you wish for, when we're talking about interest rates in Australia, is everyone wants them to go down. Now, historically, when they go down, the government's putting them down because things are bad. So when, as a working example, when COVID was at its absolute deepest cut and the economy was hurting, the governments used lowering of interest rates to stimulate the economy. So I just think we're really, really careful on this. I surely don't want them to go up, and I really want them to go down in a way, but when that happens, and if that happens, it sort of probably means our economy is not going to be doing too well.
Yeah, it's interesting. And I think the reason the news has started to talk about rates, holding where they were, initially we were being told that there would be at least 2 cuts this year in the sort of third and fourth quarter of this year. It just looks like that's holding out now.
I'd love to know, people that are watching, we're a live show, so people that are watching, I'd love to know what you think about the rates. If you think they're going to go up, if you think they're going to go down, pop it in the comments below, because I definitely know it's a very open conversation. You can have this conversation with anyone you know or do not know, equally asking their opinion, and people are so passionate about it. What do you think they're going to do, Billy?
I think they'll hold. I think we'll start to see rates maybe come off in the second half of, maybe the first half of next year, 25. But the three big things that we're finding it talked alongside these interest rates is some of the tax changes, wage growth, and inflation. And those measures have not been where they thought they were initially when they were forecasting the 2 cuts for 2024. So the growth across Q1 this year has actually been above where they are expected, and the same for property prices. We've had 16 months of continuous growth in property prices.
I think that's the most intelligent thing I've ever heard you say, that last paragraph. What did you have for breakfast? No, that sounded. I was like, yeah, rich to you. Now we've got a comment here. We got Luke. What's Luke saying?
Hold the rates.
Morning, Luke.
Well, that well to go up and not that bad to go down. I agree, Luke. I think we're in a happy sort of median at the moment. It's hurting a little bit, but it's almost back to normal where they've always
Yeah, look, it's these rates are pounding people. But bear in mind, out of the $10 trillion in property, there's about $2.5 trillion of those people have no mortgage. So about a quarter of Australians don't have a mortgage on their property. But it does feel, in terms of to get a loan, there's a side of the physical cash to pay the loan back. It seems like people are managing, but to get the loans out there, it still seems like people are managing, but it's just so much harder because the barrier to entry, like you're being assessed on an interest rate that's a shit ton more than it was, when it was at 2%. So to borrow money these days seems to be that's so much harder, which is interesting out there. So Billy, you reckon? Before we go, can you repeat that?
I think, guys,
no, not that exactly, but can you tell us again your speculation? You think we're going to get what?
Don't stress. We're here for the short while, not a long while.
Yeah,
a short while. Don't stress. Just hold where you are. Hold firm. I think we've been through the worst of it. On the back of the rises, and there is light at the end of the tunnel now. But if it needs to hold out until next year, then that might be the case.
And I would say from me, with after talking with everyone out there, like talking with people that are educated and not educated in business, and taking an average between everyone, I think everyone is feeling like, yes, we're going to get it. We are going to get a rate reduction, and the word on the street, I would say, would be we're going to get one this year, and then we're going to get a couple next year. I'm just so shocked how resilient the property market is. Like 15 consecutive months, 16 consecutive months of rate of property values going up across the country. I'm just shocked that it's done that. So on the back of that continuing, I think when we won't get the rate cuts that we expected as much. Like I thought we we're going to get 2.25s this year and 2.25s in the first half of next year. I'm probably 50-50 on that, but I certainly think we'll get a 0.25 this year. What
I will say is property prices are 6.6% more than they are from April 2023. So that's the 12-month growth. We're talking about just wait until interest rates start coming down. Like that's going to be, I think, a fiercer market to break into. If you are buying, I'd rather see you, trying to buy now, and you've already been serviced, I guess, on the top, and then you only work backwards from there.
Yeah, and I think the house buyers sort of bit off a bit more than they could chew when those rates were nice and low. So that house market performed really well on the back of interest rates. Now that interest rates are not 2 point something, but they're 6 point something, I think there's a massive move to affordability. So strata, which underperformed, so where that's units and townhouses and warehouses that are in strata schemes and stuff, I think stratas are cheaper and they are more affordable, and they're going to perform better over the next 6, 12, 18, 36 months. So keep an eye out on a strata property rather than Torrens style property, because I think you'll see that segment of the market perform better on the back of these rates being more affordable.
I reckon affordability, that's the property class to be in at the moment, wherever it is.
And same with rents. Do you know what I mean? I think with property prices and with rents, it's that affordability, striking that affordability chord is what we want to be doing.
Value. There you go.
Billy, Have a lovely day. You doing anything exciting today?
I'm trying to sell a property. Got one that's offer accepted. Solicitors are working with us at the moment. Should be selling today. And another one that's got
Good
a
luck.
call off expiring. Very exciting.
Good luck. How many call off expiries you got at the moment?
Just one.
One. Okay, cool. Legend, guys. Have a beautiful day. Billy, thank you for the show.
See you, Mark. Have a good one, guys.
See you, everyone.
Cheers, Dave.
Cheers. Love you. See you. Bye.